happy holiday.
Hello! How are you guys doing today? My name is Anima and today we have yet another Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle for you, this time against Luffy. Luffy, you are on my friends list, but I have no idea who you are because Luffy, is that your real name, Luffy? Is that what somebody would name their firstborn? I'm really sorry if it actually is, in which case I've been a total jerk. What? Anyway, I hope you guys have been enjoying the Christmas season. I hope you enjoyed having a lot of food and whatnot and so on, and time with your families if that was your thing, or if you didn't have Christmas then that's cool too! Anyway, we have another match with the Christmas team because I just can't let go. I'm like a possessive girlfriend over these guys. And yeah, we have a game against Luffy. Luffy, if you can get in touch with me, I can put your Twitter link and so on if you have one. Of course, but I don't recognize your IGN. So, you would have seen these guys from the previous video, and I really like them. I can't let go of them, and I think they're just grand. So, Luffy was just on my friends list, as I said, and he sent me a request, and I was like, well, I'm looking for a battle. Yeah, sure, okay, let's go. And his thingy said he had like a 64-8 win-to-loss ratio. And I saw this just before he challenged me, so I promptly crapped my pants. And I was like, okay, well, this guy is probably going to, like, I don't know, shit in my mouth. And I don't like that very much, I really don't. So, so then he challenged me, and I was like, well, okay, YOLO. And this is what happened, so we'll just see what happened. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's hit play. And go. As you can see, there is an age slash, so this person does not play by the rules of Smogonia. Which was very disturbing for me to say the least. So I didn't actually expect him to lead with the Aegislash, but I just decided to lead with my Ariamis, my Empoleon, to try and get some rocks up, and I thought if he leads with Aegislash, my only real hope of stopping this beast is to scald it and try and figure out what kind of Aegislash it is. So King of Hearts is going to stance change and go for the Sacred Sword, which is going to do entirely too much damage to my Empoleon. I didn't get the burn, and initially I was a bit bummed, but this Sacred Sword doesn't kill me. I'm not physically defensive in the least, I'm specially defensive. So on my dying breath I decided to go for the Stealth Rock. I know I can't be killed by Shadow Sneak if that's a thing, and he's probably just going to go for the Sacred Sword. I could have gone for another Scald, but I needed to have my rocks up for that pesky Talonflame just before I died. So he does get a crit with a Shadow Ball. I do think that somewhat mattered because I wouldn't have died because I'm specially defensive, and so I actually went into Hanukkah, and this is really ridiculous, but please believe my line of inquiry I was trying to take when I did this. I went to Hanukkah to bait him into stance changing into his defensive form because I thought, I see no item, he's obviously weakness policy. So I went into my Delibird. I went into my Chandler to bait him to do that. Went into my Delibird Santa because I have counter. Now shut up, everybody. I totally forgot that Aegislash was a ghost type because I've completely forgotten about Aegislash in general. So I'm gonna go for the counter, and it's not gonna do anything obviously because this thing is ghost. So I believe me, I had a thought process there, and I know it was stupid. But there was some intelligence going on there, and then I just went for Toxic just in case he switched. My Delibird was going to die, and I was just going to leave it there. So Santa, obviously carrying the whole team on his back again, as we've seen. He's the real threat here, and we should all just, you know, tremble in fear at the fact that he has died. For the first time, obviously, not for any other time. So I did decide to go into Hanukkah because my thought is I just need to blast this thing as much as I can. I just need to whack it as hard as possible. And I've seen all of his moves, and I've noticed that he does not have Shadow Sneak, so my fear of this thing just rapidly decreased, and I was extremely happy about that. So I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball, and it's going to come just shy of taking out Aegislash, and that is with Chandeler's modest Chandeler's base 145 special attack. It was no joke that this thing got banned. This thing is a real problem, and me trying to burn it with the Scald wouldn't have helped anyway because, as you can see, it's a special attacking one. So he's going to go for the Shadow Ball and easily one-shot Hanukkah, so no sodding Hanukkah for me. Because I'm obviously very deeply Jewish. I'm not Jewish at all, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just not. So I see this as a safe opportunity to go into my Christmas and get my Mega Evolution off for free because I do see a sneaky Manectric lurking around in the background here, and if we can get any kind of pure electric immunity, I am all for that, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously we do have resistances in my Trev, but Manectrics like to pack Flamethrower Overheat, so it's not really a good thing, and this is a free opportunity to get into my Christmas and just kill it with the Dragon Pulse, and I could have just sneezed at it and like I said earlier, it doesn't have Shadow Sneak. We've seen on its moves, so I was free to do that. So he's going to go into Laxus, and I do recognise the name of this Manectric, so it's prompting me to really try and figure out who this person is. But anyway, Laxus is here, and he's going to be... sorry, Laxus! He's going to be floating around on her air balloon. I thought my only chance to kill this thing is to try and one-shot it with a Leaf Storm. I wasn't anywhere near any sort of computer damage calculation thingy, so I had no idea throughout this whole match of any kind of anything. So I just went for it, and thankfully we do manage to pull in that kill. Fucking Christmas coming early this year. Well, Christmas has already passed. I'm really sorry about that. So out comes Phoenix Bird, and I was like... Now, I knew the Christmas team was defeated by Bird Spam, which is why I drafted in Holly, the rock type, which basically protects me against any and all birds, and the weakness policy sturdy thing does ensure that I can survive a whack from these superpowering birds as well. So, yeah, pretty good. We're gonna eat up that Brave Bird, no problem. And yes, Empoleon did do a good job laying down those stealth rocks at the beginning of the game. So this Talonflame goes for Roost, and I could have gone for a Sucker Punch or whatever there, but I thought it probably was going to Roost if it wasn't banded, and I thought this was the time, if it was banded and locked into Brave Bird, I could go for the Rock Polish and start getting my speed up. So with the Rock Polish, I'm actually able to outspeed this thing and go for the Stone Edge. My opponent did not go for Brave Bird for some mysterious reason. I have no idea what they went for. Maybe a second Roost, trying to be a bit cheeky, thinking I'd go for another Rock Polish, I'm not sure. Either way, we're able to take out the Talonflame, which is a gigantic threat to my Trevenant and my Sceptile, so really bad news for my opponent that that thing was taken out. So out comes this Garchomp, and I wasn't sure if this thing would be Scarfed. I didn't think I'd be able to outspeed a Scarfed Garchomp, so I just went for the Sucker Punch just to guarantee some damage on this thing. And this Outrage is going to kill my dear sweet Holly, but you know, you did a great job, baby, you really did. I had a really bad start with this match, losing 3 Pokemon early on, but I was confident that I could turn it around if I just concentrated. So we go out into Broccoli to take the second hit of the Outrage, and I know Broccoli can take it, albeit not amazingly. We are right down to 21, which leads me to believe that this Garchomp is banded, because Trevenant is fairly bulky, and, you know, I should have been able to take that better than that, but we do live, and that's all that matters. We're able to land the Will-O-Wisp on this Garchomp, and that is perfect. That is absolutely superb. We're 3-2 now, I believe. It's very fast paced, lots of punching and shoving going on, but yes, we do land the Will-O-Wisp, and our Harvest does pop, which is perfect. We're able to get right back up to over half, and that's the beauty and terror about Trevenant. Now this thing, like I said in my previous video, you've got to keep your check for Trevenant around, otherwise it will live. So I go for the Leech Seed here because I'm trying to just, like, you know, just trying to survive this thing and whittle it down, try and get my HP back slowly, and I was hoping I might be able to pull off some shenanigans with Phantom Force later on. So this thing is going to get hurt by its burn, and I was like, he's going to switch out. I really do hope he is going to switch out. I went for the Phantom Force on this turn, but I get so lucky here, and he does get the Confusion Hacks and smacks himself in the face, and I was like, this is absolutely perfect, because he is in range of the Leech Seed burn combination. I'm able to vanish and get my health back and all kinds of gross stuff, and this thing is about to die, and I didn't even touch it really, and I'm just so happy about that. So and we get our Harvest while being in the shadows, so Broccoli is just chilling, munching on some berries while being in the fucking, I don't know, endless darkness, I'm not really sure. So out comes Meowstick, and my opponent only has the Meowstick and the Medicham left, so I was, you know, I understood this because they don't want their Medicham to get one shot, because that's what Phantom Force does to Mega Medicham, and we're able to go for this Phantom Force and kill this Meowstick outright. So that's Broccoli, you're just crazy. So out comes Striker X, and I was like, oh, I just really hope that Striker X doesn't have Ice Punch, but it's pretty damn common for these fighters to have their Ice Punch. Ice Punch is just such a good type, but I thought if we can live at least one, we can kill with Phantom Force. So I'm here bracing myself, hoping that Broccoli can live the Ice Punch, and she can't, because it's an Ice Punch from a Mega Medicham, and I was barely over half, so yeah, it's not going to work out for me. But we do go on to Christmas soon, my last Pokemon. The 2 Megas are squaring off now. My only hope is to go for a Leaf Storm and pray that it kills, and it does. So Christmas is able to save the day, Christmas, managing to kill Pokemon outright with the Leaf Storm. So yeah, good game, Luffy. Thank you so much for the challenge. You probably shouldn't be running around with the Aegis Slash if you're playing Smogon players. Just if you're playing against Smogon players, because I don't know, they might give you grief for it. But otherwise, you know, do whatever you want, I guess. Do whatever you want, but, you know, Smogon players are pretty good. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to stop talking right there and then, because just do whatever you want, okay? So, guys, I really do hope that you enjoyed watching this battle. It was extremely fast-paced, but, you know, Pokemon, they got to do some pretty cool things in this game, so I really did enjoy, this match ultimately. And when I was 3 Pokemon down, I was like, shit, I'm gonna like lose. And the fact that in my opponent's like message thing, it said 64-8, and then I looked at their profile and they had 64 wins on the dot, I was like, holy crap, this person's win to loss ratio is outstanding. I kind of got like a bit of, like, no offense man, but I kind of got a bit of a damage about beating them halfway through, kind of like, no, we can do this, like, you know, a bit of like an I'll show you or whatever. Like, I'm sorry, but like, that kind of happened, I couldn't help it. But yeah, no, it was a really good game. And yeah, that brings us to today's question of the day, which is, what did you get for Christmas, folks? Now, I have some great news for the PokeTubing front, for all the fronts really, for me anyway, because I was given a new laptop by my beautiful, amazing, entirely spoiling me too much girlfriend, and she got me this crazy laptop that was like a, oh my goodness, what's it called? What's it called? It's called an MSI Dominator. It's pretty horrendously cool sounding and powerful. And yeah, this means basically streaming is gonna be a thing in the future because it's powerful as fuck. I could run Skyrim at like really high quality, like the highest, and with mods and shit, and it was crazy. And I played World of Warcraft, and when you play World of Warcraft on low quality, you can't even see past 20 feet in front of you because, you know, the quality is too low, so it just kind of renders perfectly the immediate area. But on that, I could see everything. I could see into, like, your mum. I couldn't see into your mum. She was well hidden. Anyway, folks, I do hope you enjoyed this battle. I do hope you had a great Christmas. I really do hope you've been enjoying yourselves. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye!